Hey folks, it's time to roll into the psychic phase. So I'm pretty excited about this. I've been looking forward to seeing how they were rebuilding the psychic phase. In the past, what we would used to do is have one primary psyker, a bunch of little ones around the table farming psychic dice so we get a ton of warp charges and be able to cast off various different abilities and just wreak havoc across the board. While our main guy is doing stuff, a bunch of the others are just kind of sitting back, just kind of farming warp charges. So now what they're doing is moving towards an older school way of casting psychic abilities while keeping some of the new ideas, basically melding them. And I think it's a really good idea. So you're going to have a psyker, and they're going to have a specific mastery level, and that's how many spells you're going to be able to cast in a phase. So Psychic Mastery Level 2, they're going to be able to get 2 spells off. To be able to cast those 2 spells, you're going to be rolling 2d6 and rolling against the warp charge value of the actual spell itself. So there's a better chance that you're going to have more Psychers on the table being able to do more in regards to casting abilities and stuff like that. So maybe we're going to have those smaller Psychers back again doing more support role or more kind of little shots here and there rather than just one big Psyker going off and destroying the world. We'll see how it turns out. Now, being able to stop psychic abilities or at least defend against them, we're going to be able to have psychers on the table, and when you're within 24 inches of these powers, you're going to have an opportunity to defend against them. Now, one thing for sure is psychic mastery level is going to come into play with this, so if you're above the guy casting the powers, there's a good chance you're going to have a better chance at stopping them or defending against them. Now, when we're taking a look at the different psychic abilities, when we look at each faction is going to have their own set of psychic powers. But there is going to be one psychic power that's going to be available for everyone, and that's Smite. It has a warp charge value of 5. If you do manifest it, you can shoot it at an enemy unit within 18 inches, and basically it causes something called mortal wounds. Now, this is a new mechanic that basically mortal wounds, if you get hit by it, there's no saves. You don't take invulnerable saves or armor saves, things like that. So this kind of sounds a little bit like the a reworked version of Shriek. Now, if you're rolling 2d6 and you get 10 or more on your psychic test, you can actually manifest d6 mortal wounds instead. So you're kind of like overpowering it. So it sounds interesting. We'll see how it works out. Are we going to see a bunch of psychers on the table and psychic phase becoming a little bit more predominant in than previous editions? We'll see. I really hope that we're going to be able to use our Psychers as support characters as well, because that's something I really loved about using my Eldar in the past, is having my Farseers, instead of being an offensive one, Psyker, a very support related one, being able to cast Guide, being able to Fortune Up units and Doom units and stuff like that. I prefer that when it comes to my Psychers, but everyone's different. We'll see how it goes. But this ability is going to make a big difference on the table, I think. What else can we say? I think that's pretty much it when it comes to the psychic phase. We're going to be seeing stuff about war zones, so we're going to see deployment zones and stuff like that come in over the weekend. So I'll try and put together a video for you guys on that. So let me know what you guys think of the psychic phase. I think it's a good change. I think we're going to see a lot more psychers being able to use abilities on the table and not just be warp charge farmers. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great weekend, guys.